files, paper, paper. Am I right? Uh, Paper without the panic. Let's go there for today. Paper without the panic while we're in this office month, and I kind of want to dial it back. Like, let's break down the basics because often we think in order to organize my paper, I have to have a file for everything. My brain goes file cabinet, file box, multiple files inside. However, that doesn't sound very basic, especially if you're a one step put away organizer. So, basic categories, you get something in the mail or you bring home a stack from wherever. Do you need to do something with it? Did you need to action file? Oh, this is already done because I paid it online. I just need to file it. Or we don't need to water, right? You're going to shred it, let it burn. Those are your basics. Does it require your attention in the near-ish future? Does it already have your attention and you just need to organize it and give it a home, put it away? Or are we going to trash it, get rid of it, shred it, burn it? I love a good burning in the spring. Especially like if you're like, I need some paper for a fire starter. Hello, paperwork I don't need. Hello, files that no longer need my space. Great fire starters. I also love a good shredder. If you mix in some construction paper in with like some of those file paperworks, it is amazing. Gift bag basket fillers. Just throwing that out there. Total squirrel. So paper without the panic is it's you got to start back at the basics, right? You got to simplify. What are we doing? If I bring it in, what's it doing? Maybe you have like one of those hanging things with like the couple of slots, or you have one on your countertop or on the shelf in the kitchen or in the entryway or even in your office. But those are your basics. At least three. Action required to file, to give it a home, and burn it, shred it. Right? Those are your three. And those, if you consistently work that. So if you constantly work that action file, so every Friday I pay my bills, I take everything out of there, and it could be digitally, but you pull everything out of there, process it, move it to the file, right? Now, great, your action one's empty, your shred one's empty because that was weekend fun, but now your to file one is super huge. Okay, well, you have to actively work on doing that as well. That's the third part of the 3S method is it's like, well, it got a home. Okay, but does it, like, do you actually take those file paperworks every Sunday or on the 15th of every month or once a month, twice, once a week, whenever, and actually go put it away? That's part of it. You can't just be like, well, I have my three files. Ta-da, I'm done. Okay, but no, no, because that to file is a to do something further step. It's not as like red folder vibes as action, right? You got to pay the bill. We all want the heat and water to continue to work. You have to pay the bills. Action required. You have to sign the paperwork that goes back in the kids' folder. Right? You need to sign that and send it to dot dot dot. Right? Those are different sorts of actions, but the to file pile is how you sustain and organize life. So if and when you need that in the future, oh, why am I getting file notice? I know I paid that. You can go find it. Right? You don't have to dig through that thing. Not before you come at me be like, well, I'm a macro organizer and just having that to file section is my one step put away. Is it though? That's your basic temporary homes. That's not your put away, organized, sorted system. That's your temporary home. These boxes, these bins, these things, these, these things, these are your homes. These are your when I need it, I can go find it. Whichever system you prefer. If you like a file box like this, that's fine. I just dropped my whole pin cup. But then I know I can go in there and find my January, my February, my March, my April, whatever. Right? If you prefer a thing like this, great. You can go in there, find your January, February, March, whatever. Right? They're both in order. They both work. They both are sustainable systems and in a way self-cleansing because you just flip it and shred it or purge it as you go. Next January, my January comes out, my new January goes in, right? Those are systems. Those are homes. Those are when you need to find it again, you can go find it again. not your temporary back to basics space for this is coming in and I'm not going to just set it on the countertop. That's the difference. That's your shifting it from panic of I have a pile on the countertop, I have a pile on the desk, I have a pile on the living room couch, I have a pile on the kitchen table. I have all these piles and now I'm in a panic because, oh shoot, I need to find that one thing. Nope, nope, no, because you have a system, you have a sustainable step in place for that the third part of the 3S method, sustaining, and it goes to one of these, right? It goes to its home. You don't have to panic later because you know, I bring in the mail here, I process the paperwork here, I put it away here. Because it's a sustainable system. That's hope. That's organized. That's living less stress, living an organized life, even when it comes to these icky things called paperworks and files. And if you have self-cleansing systems, it makes it so much easier. It makes it more maintainable and it makes it less likely to have, oh, I gotta go through that pile. Oh, there's another pile. Oh, I have to gather my piles to process my piles. Blech. Blech. No one wants to do that. You're not alone in that dreaded ugh of paper piles. It's no fun, especially if you work a job that you do a lot of files and paperwork. And then you're like, the last thing I want to do is pick up more. The last thing I want to do is process more. But also the last thing I want to do is forget to sign his permission slip to go on a field trip. Or to forget to send in the bill. Or forget to do that thing that had a deadline. So if you have the simple systems, you have the back to basics for your temporary homes, file, action, shred, then you have your habits and routines in place to take your pile, and put it away. Then you've got a simplified system and you don't have that panic. You don't have that stress of like, oh my gosh, what if I need it? But that extends to the more in-depth files, right? We're in March. Tax season is coming up. So, every year you still have that system, right? I bring in the new thing. That means the 8th, 7th, 8th year to go, I can get rid of that. So this comes in, that can go out. That's a system in place for those more long-term paperworks. That's it. It's like when you get the new shop records for your kid's school year, the old one can go out because you're replacing it with the new one. You're getting the updated copy. That's a habit in place. This is coming in, so this is going to go out. There's no difference of you should have that for the more frequently used things. It's not necessarily just those yearly and long-term things. You have to manage the monthly bills too. You have to manage the weekly responsibilities too. You have to manage these things. And if you have a basics temporary spot and then a habit in place for the manageable sorted systems, then you're set. Then you've decluttered that panic and replaced it with we're good. I got systems in place. Right? That's it. That's how the habits not needing more inspiration, tips, ideas, tricks, what to look for exactly when decluttering. Give me some more ideas on organizing, and Melissa, check out the library. Get your 30-day for free. The audio guidance is in there for each step of the 3S method, as well as way too many resources because I'm an over creator sharer. All of that's in there and you get to do it for free. So if you are like, yes, I'm ready, that's happening this weekend before I can really open the windows and all of it blows across the place, I'm going to tackle those paper piles this weekend. Grab your library, listen to the audio while you've got a paper in front of you, be like, expired, outgrown, don't need it. Ooh, need it. Right? And then you're going to listen to the sort step. Okay, I really find myself taking that to file pile and setting it on top of the file cabinet. So maybe that means that system's too detailed and I really just need a box to drop my pay bills into. You're like, oh, okay, this is starting to work. How do I make sure it stays that way? Jump in and listen to that audio for the sustaining step. It's all organized by paper and paperwork and files inside the library. Guided audios with all the resources. So this is happening. We are doing this. We are getting our basics back in place for those temporary homes. We are setting up the systems to sustain organized paperworks and files. Let's go. Grab your free trial while you're at it. That's it. Until next time, stay hopeful.